This week's US CQM forecast alert is CQM forecast performance for 2023 Q2 GDP and inflation. June goods export were well above ARIMA forecast, while goods import were well below ARIMA forecast. As a result, net exports have improved significantly, and economic growth on the expenditure side has been significantly revised upwards. Means June's real money supply fell well short of ARIMA forecast. The PCA forecast of real GDP has been revised down. The US economy has an upward trend of growth and is forecasted to be around 3% growth on both the expenditure and income sides. The big upward revision to economic growth on the expenditure side comes from the June update of the goods import and exports on census basis. All inflation indicators are expected to form a downward trend, with growth ranging from 0.5% to 1.6%. There would be no more Fed rate hikes. The PCA lowered its real GDP growth forecast after June's real money supply was well below ARIMA forecast. Real GDP growth rate is about 1.7% lower than CQM. On the other hand, the growth rate of the GDP price deflator is 2.63%, which is about 2% higher than the CQM's 0.57%. From next week's CQM and PCA forecast, the actual values of July's economic indicators such as employment and stock prices will start to be updated. We will check CQM forecast performance for 2023 Q2 economy. CQM has somewhat underestimated advanced GDP. Considering GDP on the income side, 2.41% economic growth would make economic judgment overly optimistic. As for inflation, CQM was an accurate forecast for headline inflation, core PCE price deflator, and GDP price deflator. The PCA also forecasted somewhat lower advanced GDP. It can be said that prediction of GDP price deflator was almost accurate. Conclusion from this week's US CQM forecast alert. First, both CQM and PCA forecasted slightly lower advanced GDP for 2023 Q2. Second, both CQM and PCA accurately forecasted inflation in 2023 Q2. Third, considering the economic growth rate from the income side, there is a risk that the economic growth rate of 2.41% would make economic judgment overly optimistic. Fourth, the economic growth rate in 2023 Q3 is around 3%. Fifth, inflation in 2023 Q3 forms a downward trend, with growth ranging from 0.5% to 1.6%. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast and shows how to access the past US CQM forecast alert.